Hello, welcome. Uh, welcome to episode. What are we on? 6 of Gilded Blades. Welcome again. We're gonna be playing this game. Sorry, we're a little late, but things happen, technical difficulties and whatnot. But yeah, hi. I'm gonna start off by introducing our players. I'm going to go around the table and let them talk to you. We're going to start with Myriad.
Hello, it's me, Myriad. I'm talking to you. We're talking right now. Hi, guys. I stream here on twitch.tv/Myriad_X. Play a lot of cozy games. Been playing some Mass Effect, some Skyrim. I do some other stuff sometimes when I feel like it. And I'm everywhere else playing TTRPGs. And I play Euphemia de Vesemir. She is a high elf wizard with family issues.
Many family issues, but that's okay. Happens. We're gonna go to Furied.
Hi. I'm Furied Fate. I also kind of sometimes stream on Twitch, mostly spooky games because that's what I'm into right now. But I am playing Daisy Mae Summerfield, who is our sweet, young, naive cleric with lots of opinions on life and death situations, who is already resurrecting people left and right. So she's doing her job. She's a good bean. She's a very good bean.
She's the best bean, to be honest. All right. We're gonna go over to Ant.
Hello, yes, I'm AntDX1. You can catch me on Twitch, playing primarily Sea of Thieves. Very, very occasional, I'll play something else, but almost never. Here, I am playing something else, though, kind of. I'm playing the Great Lord Theoden Deverett, who is also captain of a ship, so didn't stray far from my roots. And yeah, that's me.
Yeah. We're gonna go to Havoc now.
Hi everyone, I'm Havoc, and I am playing the misunderstood Dragonborn Rook, who is having his ups and downs with this group, but hopefully he won't have to kill anyone today. Turning over a new leaf, Jay.
Okay, all right. I was worried for a second, but I can't stop you. And I would honestly not have an opinion if you did. And then last but not least, we're gonna go over to Lim.
Hi, I'm Lim. I have a weird camera today. Sorry. I play Cassius. He's a strapping blonde, whatever the word is. They use weapons. I don't remember the word.
Paladin.
That's the word. I don't know why. It's one of those words that I keep in my head up until the moment I need to retrieve it and it goes away. I have a few of those words that are cursed. And I don't stream or anything, but I do play video games, and sometimes I do art, and the art can be found at Nova Chronum on Instagram. And I believe Cass is currently fighting a Dragonborn or something, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Because, things can't get bad.
Let's just do a recap of exactly where everybody is. I mean, I think Daisy Mae, Euphemia, and Theoden were in the front or in some sort of courtyard area, and then Cass ran off. Rook ran off after him.
No.
No? Where are you?
I don't remember.
I think you're with us.
Yeah, I was calmly standing next to Theoden, yeah.
Daisy Mae and Rook all were going inside to discuss with the lords that we met, yeah. And then Cassius was going around because he wanted to join the soldiers as they were doing like a perimeter check, essentially.
That's right. It's your sister's husband, fiance,
Husband.
betrothed.
So
Not beloved, because I don't think there's any love there, but
Wasn't there a large thundering crash or boom from one of the spells that someone used that alerted us that there might have been
Yeah.
something afoot?
yeah.
Yeah, Cassius used thunderous smite or something, and it was like a 500-yard or 300-yard sound of thunder going off, and that was inside. And Cass was inside, going up the stairs, I think, and like a hooded figure was coming down the stairs when he was like, and they tussled, and he was like whooshing on like the back of his legs, and he's like, ugh, and like it fell over, and then his like hood was like whoosh, and then he was just like, and it looked like Rook.
I love Cass's your whole reenactment of the fight scene. Best reenactment ever. All the sound effects perfect. Spot on.
That's what I remember. And then
Beautiful.
it was a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it was a cliffhanger. In that case, that's where everyone is. Myriad, if you want to give a recap.
Sure. So basically, at the start of this last session, we arrived at Heimdir, which is the castle in the Gauntlet, which is formerly the Kell family's lands. But as far as we knew at that point, the entirety of the Kell family had been slaughtered. And all of the banners and such that denoted the land as the Kell land has been burned. And it seems like this land has been squabbled over. Right now, it looked like it was in the hands of the Farmal, who are our allies. We went into the keep, went into Heimdir. The red swords that we had brought were being a little sussy, but it's fine. We found Euphemia's father, his corpse in his study. And we did speak with the dead on him to confirm that it was actually him. And then we were going through, I think it was Rook and Theoden were going through the desk, and they found some things that correlated with what Theoden had discovered in the books he had gotten in terms of Theoden's father and Euphemia's father seemingly having teamed up to find Lady Anthin, as well as maybe take care of what is his name? What's his name? Tencod. Cass went and inspected like the armory and stuff, and he found like a gold blade that he couldn't pick up. It was almost like an illusion, and he couldn't pick it up. And then Euphemia, I found my sister hiding in a room where she had said that she had been hiding with the help of my father's former right-hand man. And he had been like hiding her here and bringing her food occasionally. And then as we were discussing all of that, we saw some troops approaching. And luckily they turned out to be friendly, ? And then we met Lord Desmond and Lord Monet, and Lord Monet is kind of a dickhead, but like in kind of an okay way. Like he's not like a dickhead intentionally. He's kind of just like trying to do the right thing, but it kind of like has to do the wrong thing to do that. And Lord Desmond apparently married my ill sister, which I don't care for at all. And then Cass had his little swish, whoosh, thunder, boom, reveal, and then Jay's internet died. That's it.
That did in fact happen. Yeah. That's what happened. If you want to watch it, you can go over to the YouTube and then come watch this. That's up to you. Let me finish typing this really quick so that I can send it to you. There you go. So you have three options. That last one also has the thing that the other two. All right. So we are here. And tonight's episode, that recap done, tonight's episode is called Death of a Mother. So, Cass, you this person kind of falls backward, their back hits the ground, the cloak on them falls off their head, or the hood, and it is revealed it is a red dragonborn with these scarred scales. He has kind of scars over his face. He's burnt on one end. One of his ears is lopped off, and he looks like Rook. That's what you see. He kind of like cowers away, backing up with his arms kind of pulling him backward.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd be surprised. So he'll just kind of like hold his sword out and like point it at the individual who are they walking away? Are they on the ground?
They're on the ground, like their back has hit the ground, and they're just like propped up on their elbows.
Yeah, he'll like put the sword like, to their throat kind of a thing, but not like touching it, just close.
Yeah.
And yeah, and he's just like, who are you?
I'm Ridvan. I was told to light the candle when people were in here.
Why? To get us killed?
No, just that was my order.
Who ordered you?
Lord Orman. That's my job. Light the candle, up the steps to the left. Light the candle, down the steps to the left, to the right, and then open the door and back to your room.
Do I have anything like to like essentially cuff this person?
Yeah, I would say you would have like a rope on you.
I feel like, let me check my inventory. Like I don't have anything really for that, but if there's like rope around or something.
Yeah, there would be.
I wanted you like grab some rope or maybe a chain or something that's just around. And he's gonna keep holding his sword for the most part though before he does that. I'm taking you to the rest of them, my party. Won't have any trouble, will we?
You've tied his hands. He just goes, no trouble, none.
Good. And he'll just start like, he'll get behind him and he'll kind of like push him outside. Though I assume people are running in at this point.
Yeah. You guys would be running in as Cass has his like blade up to this guy, and he's like shoving him.
Cassius, who is this?
A name that I, as a character, would remember, but as a player, do not.
Does anyone remember it?
It's like
Ridvan? Ridvan?
Ridvan. I think it was like Ridvan.
Yep, Ridvan.
Kind of like river, but not river.
And do I know if this is a male or female?
I would say you could probably deduce it's a male.
Okay. He says his name is Ridvan, and he works for Lord Orman.
Daisy May's gonna look at Riven on the ground and then Rook standing, nearby. Look back and forth. Is he your kin or something? Like a cousin or a brother cousin or something? Because y'all
Stacey,
look
that's
similar.
not very nice. Just because not all Dragonborn look the same.
They don't?
Is that the situation, Jay? Is just all Dragonborn look the same, or do I recognize this guy?
They have Dragonborn have distinctive features.
No, Cass is just being like low-key racist by not being racist.
This is the second Dragonborn Daisy May has ever seen, so she's just making assumptions wildly.
Yeah, he has this very similar like snout to you, the teeth, like even the scales where they are, kind of mirror where yours are. Some of them are like, if you know any lizard, like no lizards, sometimes they have like darkened spots in some places. He looks very similar to you in many aspects.
It's not unfounded to think that they're kin.
So, like, would that be like me walking and looking in a mirror and being like, "What the?"
No, it looks like maybe distant cousin.
Does he look older or younger?
Older, much older.
You said you worked for Lord Orman.
Oh, or yes.
He was lighting the candle on his orders.
On his orders, yes. I light the candle, go down the stairs to the right.
How long have you been here in Heimdir?
Many months. Many months.
Were you a captive?
No, Orman did not take captives. He was very nice, very nice.
I want to cast Zone of Truth, or whatever it's called. I may be getting Pathfinder confused.
No, you have it correct. Zone of Truth is a thing you can do here.
I have that thing on my Pathfinder character, or my Starfinder character too. So I was like,
useful.
I play cops. It's just across the board. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong.
It's just what you like.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah. Where is it? I wanted to read it. Zone of Truth. Here we go. The save is a DC 12.
Okay.
Level 2. How many of those do I have? How many of those do I get? Trying to keep track. There we go. Second level. Bink. There we go.
All right. Okay. Does it tell you if they beat it or if they failed?
It doesn't tell me anything.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay. You cast it around you. Everyone, I will say that you're all gonna have to do this Zone of Truth thing.
Can we save for it?
Yes, you can. So you guys can roll it.
You know what? Actually, for the sake of the party, he's also going to verbalize that, just so everyone's aware that he's casting it in case for some reason they weren't. He's not going to try to be clandestine about that. He's just going to.
Okay.
He's going to say something.
Cass would know whether or not each character or creature within the zones passes or fails.
Okay.
I have the same.
Oh, I thought you were asking me if I saw what your dice was. Or
What type of save is it?
Charisma. So yeah, affected creatures are aware of the spell. It doesn't say if I am.
Okay. All right. So everyone except for Daisy May passes it. Of the party. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Okay. In that case, what do you ask him? He just. Oh, yeah. So you would know. So in that case, Cass, you do know that everyone, only Daisy May failed this save.
I'm not sure I'm aware.
You are. You should be.
Okay, I don't. It doesn't say so, but
Let me make sure.
it says that those who are affected are aware. But it
Until the
doesn't,
spell ends, the
because I
creature
think
that enters the spell serve for the first time in radius. You know whether a creature succeeds or fails on its saving
oh, I
throw.
do. Okay.
Yeah. That might be.
Okay, that's different. Okay, never mind. I didn't read it right, but that's also different than Pathfinder because I thought the whole point of it was that if somebody, I don't know if they pass or fail, so they could be lying or true, but that's fine. Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
this makes way more sense than the Pathfinder version or the Starfinder version, which I was like, what's the point of this?
Fair.
So cool. Then yeah, he's just all he said was just like speak truth, and he just kind of like waves his hand so everyone would know what all was going on.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any questions. It's for everyone else to ask questions.
Okay.
Ain't nobody lying here.
Okay. All right. So does anyone ask him any questions?
His name?
Someone just
Well, he already said his name.
His full
His
name
last
with the
name.
surname.
What family do you hail from?
Small family, little family, small, not common.
Have they got a name?
Yeah. Yes, they do.
Please
Yes.
say the name.
Raylon, small family, small.
I
Okay.
thought the Raylons were nobles.
They are, but they are small. They're not as large as like the other families because of the war and everything.
Oh, okay.
Still a big family, all things considered.
Certainly a well-known one.
All right. Which cousin, uncle, brother is this person?
You don't know.
How long have you been here?
Many months. 12, what, 12? 6 months.
Your father?
10 caught.
I'm gonna ask him, do you know him? And I'm gonna point to Rook.
He looks at Rook, he goes, no, don't know him. No.
Tencott is your father.
Who is your mother?
I don't know. They said she's dead. She's definitely dead.
DM, do we know
Yes.
if Tencod had children prior to taking Lady Anthem?
Give me a history check.
I think you know that as well, actually.
19.
Go for it. $27. All right.
Nice.
That's
It's
a
a nat
nat
20.
20. Oh, sometimes I hate my own rules. Okay. With a 19, you could like, from like books and stuff. You remember that there was no like reported kin. none at all. That's just, he was a bastard. That's why he had to take a wife. That's why he needed to do all this, was because he needed a baby, as is common. With the 19, I'll also tell you that, like, for sure he, it seems that he didn't really like, hoeing about. He enjoyed, like, consistency. He wasn't that kind of guy. With a nat 20, Theoden, you remember from reports that your father would send you and reports that your sister would send you, that Tencod, like, there was nothing that really referred to him exactly, but more to the Raylon. You would remember that about a couple months back, there was, like, your father sent something along the lines of, like, going to be going away, your sister's in charge, send her the reports. And you would know that, like, your dad kind of kept a lot of things in those books, and deducing from, like, the books you have and everything, with a nat 20, you would know that no, Tencod had one child, one egg. And since you have your father's, like, journals, you would know that literally there were no other eggs that they think could have possibly come from Tencod, except for one.
I feel like there needs to be, like, a special episode or a special just real TikTok or whatever explaining about dragonborns and eggs and dragonborn humans and eggs, how that works.
Don't worry about it. This is Magic Land.
Okay, my mistake. I'm
It's a
so
magical
sorry.
world. Okay.
I'm gonna ask him how old he is. How old are you?
I'm old, 40, 47, 46, 46, 46.
How does that line up with the timeline that we know of?
He would have had to have been born before the events of the war between the Raylon and the
Drowning or whatever it
yeah,
is.
the drown.
So that wouldn't line up then.
No.
It would be like a significant amount of time before,
Yes.
because Rook's what, 17, 18?
Well, Rook was born. Go ahead. You guys can.
Well, Rook wasn't. I mean, are we saying this in character or just sort of hashing it
Oh,
out?
I was just hashing it out, but
Okay.
Wait, Daisy May is older than Rook?
Because, well,
Oh my
Rook
God.
wasn't. An egg was laid, but there's no. I don't think. Maybe it didn't immediately happen.
what do we know about how long it takes, like, an egg to, like, incubate and stuff, like a dragonborn egg?
I thought Rook was like a delayed hatcher because of what we learned last season. Like his egg was in some sort of stasis or delayed incubation or something. Like he was a late hatcher is what I
Late
remember
bloomer.
from last.
I don't pay attention to anyone's stories but my own because I'm a narcissist. I actually remember something like that, yeah, but I can't put my finger on what.
Something we learned from Edwell, about how she was taking care of the eggs or something, or the egg and it hatched.
So
Yeah.
from the notes that I think we went over, like, I fully disclosed the notes, right, as far as last session, because I'm looking here at my father's notes, and there would have been 2 decades from when they found Rook's mother, Anthin, dead, and when they actually delivered the egg that presumably was Rook. So there would have been a delay there of 2 decades, I think.
Unless, well, is there a delay? Because if not, then he's the egg.
No, he wouldn't be, because the drown was a result of, like, the war was a result of Tencod taking Lady Anthen.
But didn't
I'm-
Edwell say there was more than one? Because I feel like there's like a little nugget in my brain that says multiple eggs.
You would be correct in that Anthen told you that there was multiple eggs
Although
of the
her memory was
Raylon
like
family.
scrambled eggs, so you know.
Yeah.
Of the Raylon family, though, not specifically of Tencod.
She said of the Raylon family. Of the Dragonborn specifically, she said of the Dragonborn Raylon.
So what does
I'm so
what does
glad my
Tencod-
goldfish memory remembers Havoc's history better than Havoc does.
Because Lady Fordain was a bookkeeper for the Raylon, and she was supposed to have bonded, or she was supposed to find people to bond with the eggs for the Raylon.
First off, all these conversations y'all are having, I wasn't there for any of them.
Weren't you? I mean, you were there last season.
I
don't
was
hear
there
a
last
backstory,
season,
bitch.
but I wasn't there for all the little reveals, and nobody bothered to tell me.
He was remember when I was gonna go after him, and I think I did go after him, and he had left, and we were all everyone was like talking in like that villa and getting all the tea. He had gone. We had like sent him to go find like the person with the blood thing or something, and I forget who it was. We sent him to go find that person, the guy.
Right.
And
So as a player, I can't say anything. I wasn't there.
Cass, I think
But
went
as a
after
player,
him.
you remember this shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Not helping.
I'm gonna let Saruk.
Yes.
And when were you born?
About
No,
17,
Zurich.
16 years ago.
Oh, Zurich or Zurich?
Wait, is it called born or hatched, or is there a distinction?
I want to say hatch, but every time I talk about Dragonborn incubation, somebody corrects me, so I'm gonna be careful with my words.
You would have been hatched.
I was hatched.
And who hatched you, if not your mother?
We're not chickens. They don't sit on us.
Surely
really?
there has to be something that happens, some sort of thing that occurs.
Well,
Then,
there's,
then how do
there's a ritual.
Dragonborn eggs hatch if not like sitting on them like a chicken does?
I also assumed that they sat on them.
No, they don't sit on us. It's a ritual. They put them all together and then they watch as they fight their way out.
So did you have any other ritual mates, or was it just you?
No, it was. I mean, again, I was a hatchling, so
Presumably
I
someone
believe,
told you. Are there pictures or paintings or whatever?
Yeah, they took a Polaroid.
So they took a
Okay, well,
video.
who was in it?
They had their camcorder out.
No, from what I was told, there was dozens of us, and that was just the royals.
It's not a very small family, first of all.
Well, no, it's not just my family, but all the royal families. There's more than one family in the Raylon lands.
But only you were Tencod's egg, correct? Or at least that's what you were told.
That's what I was told.
What are you rolling?
Nothing.
Ugh. What was Tincod in the Raylon? Was he the heir of something? Was he important?
Tencod would have been, I believe, second.
Just wondering if someone who looks like Tincod or Tincod's son would have reason to lie about that to, further his
Why?
own standing.
Lie about what?
About being, my understanding is that Tincod was not actually very proliferous when it came to reproduction. That you Rook are the only son or daughter of Tincod anywhere. So this individual, I'm not sure why. It's very peculiar that they would claim to be a son of Tincod.
Would it have been possible for Tencod to have fathered this individual? Like, if we knew about his age and such?
If you, since you have all of the no, he literally could not have. Tencod was maybe 17 at most when the drown began.
So to have it even further.
Now, haven't we seen people who there's mix-ups in families where they're taking and bringing family back, growing them?
So you're not a Raylon?
Who?
You.
Yes. We're not questioning me. We're questioning him.
He's just standing there waiting for you all as you talk.
I mean...
Are you from this time? What year were you born?
Far, two 207 207 maybe
How's it
another
line up?
year. 1093, I believe.
Are you
He was-
from the future?
What? No.
Oh.
Wait, he said he was born in 207?
He said 207.
Oh, I thought you said
and,
2007.
and what is the year now?
1093.
So he's 800 years old.
But he's 36? 46?
God, I'm gonna look
47.
good when I get old. I mean, just saying.
Your house wasn't established in 207.
How do you know?
Because I studied a little bit of history as a child. I'm in a noble family.
He's read a
Surely
book.
you know.
Wait. Are we talking about time travel and stuff?
What? Can I go back down the steps?
Not yet.
Okay.
Perhaps
we Sin. She was the
Oh,
you know her?
you say this out loud or
Yeah.
in character? Okay.
Did her sisters take you?
Far. First of the blood. Important. That's all she said. That's all she would say. First blood.
Is there any other is Tencod, who we know, the first of his name?
As far as you would know, I will say with the nat 20 from earlier, Tencod was named after one of his ancestors. It's kind of like a folktale, you know? Named after one of the many folklores that exist within the Raylon or within the Dragonborn, especially on this, mostly on this continent. They were kind of born from this creator called that.
And are they like fish?
Was he around in the 200s?
10 cod?
It's a story that dates back to way back after the after the like destruction of the like world. Yes, Lim, go ahead.
Are they fish?
They're not fish.
They're not 10 fish, 10 cod, 10.
They're not 10 fish in a trench coat. But I like where you're thinking. It's wrong.
It's 1d20, 1d20 cod in a trench coat.
You're all on thin ice, and it's just.
I haven't said nothing. Hold on. It's
Okay,
all
hold
of
on.
them.
Give me a second. 3 out of 5 are on thin ice. All right. You can't step on this ice.
I feel like Thin Ice is going to be our next NPC's name.
Oh, I'm tap
I like the
this
sound
ice.
when it cracks, you know? It's kind of fun.
Jay's cracking.
I'm gonna.
That's the sound I like.
I don't
Blood
even know
of
what
the
that means.
youngest. First blood. First of the blood.
So wait, let's think about this for a second. The curator, doesn't he need like certain bloodlines to do certain things? Like I remember hearing that much.
Blood magic. He needed the blood of the youngest son for something.
Right.
There was talks about that.
So let's think about this. Curator needs the blood of the youngest son, right? But my mother hid me away. So go back and pull another youngest son? Maybe?
We just established that eggs could curate for a while. Is it possible that this individual is actually legitimately from an old egg?
I don't know if
No, because it said he
800
was.
years.
Were you born or were you hatched into 07?
Born.
Oh, he said he was born in 207. Well, wait, born. So when did you hatch?
40 something years ago.
Okay.
They said.
Okay.
His 800-year-old egg. How do you know that?
The Orman, he said I was a testing, see if would work.
What exactly was being tested?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do we all know about the books at this point?
Uh,
I can't
I
remember
would-
if it was mentioned.
Yes, I told all of you
Oh,
that Theoden has the books and he's been hiding them from us.
Well, no, but the contents of the books. 'Cause I went over the contents of the books when her father.
We talked about them
corroborated
over the table too for like a hot minute.
yeah. Here, I can upload the
Was there
file
any-
again just in case.
was there any mention of experiments or anything in any of the books that you read?
As a player, I don't think there's any mention of that in anything that I've read, though I admit I don't have them all memorized.
There would not be. There would just be, again, talk of finishing something they began, talk of getting the final egg, or the egg. But but nothing like what you guys are thinking.
Is Riven hurt or anything, or his cloak torn and stuff?
Yeah, he's got like torn clothes. His shoes are a little tattered.
Okay,
but for the
so
most part,
Daisy
it
May is
seems
going
like-
to do what Daisy May does best and start casting mending on his clothing.
Okay.
And then she'll pull out like some ointment and stuff and start taking care of his little wounds and scrapes because, you know, this is going to take a while and she feels bad for him.
Okay.
And then she'll say something, you know, they kind of do a lot of interrogating and talking, but at least you have all your fingers.
I would like to keep them. I would like to keep them, all of
No,
them, all.
I don't think
all of
he's
them.
going anywhere anytime
Oh.
soon. So he just like sheathes
No.
his
Don't
sword.
ever visit the Stowe.
I'm not
Wow,
allowed
that feels
in
so nice.
Stowe.
I live in
Yeah,
South
Kel.
Stowe.
Kel,
the Stowe?
Kel not allowed in Stowe. Kel
Okay.
not allowed.
But you
Wait, you're
want
a
Kel,
Kel?
you're Raylon.
No, household
He's-
Kel pink not allowed. Not allowed.
He's being held by the Kel.
So is he a Kel and Rayon baby then?
No, I think it's just his employer.
He's a ward of the Kel.
Do you want to be?
Oh.
Do you want to continue your service to the Kel, or do you want to be a free man?
I would like to sleep in the bushes with the flowers again.
All right, then. As far as I'm concerned, he's free to go. Does everyone agree?
Okay, at the
No.
mention of the flowers, Daisy Masculine is like, I know some amazing flowers that like sing and dance and like totally welcome you in if you take a nap with them. They're super comforting.
It's obvious this man has been
I would-
tormented or traumatized somehow.
No, I don't think he's been traumatized. Like, all right. Again, we've seen where they've used magic to pull people, and in each one of them, something was wrong with them mentally. If he was summoned or brought back using blood magic, they've each had something wrong. At least the three we know of.
Wait, who was the third?
Well, I'm believing him. Euphemia's brother. And then wasn't one of the... Well,
I thought Euphemia's brother was all. Oh wait, no.
no, they brought him back. And we were supposed to keep... Remember, if we saw him, we were supposed to just end him again?
It's not my brother. It was my brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
It's brother-in-law,
brother,
yeah.
Sorry.
But that guy was already fucked up. That wasn't a new thing when he was brought back, was my understanding.
I didn't know him.
Yeah, he
Or-
was not a nice person.
So you think that this gentleman here was brought
Oh, and
back?
the other one was the dwarven lady,
Edwell.
Edwell.
Well,
All
she
of
was
them
certain
had something wrong.
that she was having her mind toyed with through that magical tea.
Yeah. He is even said he was an experiment
Well,
to
but
see if it could be done. Then we run into Euphemia's brother-in-law, who actually was brought back and has said, I was brought back. Edwell, we weren't sure whether she was the old version, young version, or how that went, because there was a whole mess because they toyed with her mind. Like, I hate to say it, because he is a dragonborn, but he's a pretty living, non-volatile clue right now.
Perhaps we should.
What is he drinking?
He's drinking something.
Stop that. Give me that.
It's a water skin.
From who?
but what's in it?
He had it.
He's not allowed to drink water.
Give me that.
He's nervous.
He kind of lets it go. Oh, okay.
Is it water?
You want to look at it? Do you want to pour it out?
I'll pour it out on my hand and
You pour it out on your hand, and it's like this. It kind of looks like. I don't know if you've ever seen hibiscus tea.
No.
It's like reddish.
I don't look like a
red
hibiscus
pinkish.
tea drinker.
It's really good. You should try it,
Okay.
especially cold.
It's really floral.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good.
Jamaica is.
I'm more of a Long Island tea kind of person.
All right. Well,
But wait, tea. Isn't this like the tea that they made for Eidwell?
can I have it back, please?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Could you give him real water?
Can I?
Daisy May will do it. She'll hand over her water skin.
So where did you get
He
this
takes it and he
beverage?
starts drinking it.
I'm gonna take the tea and take a swig.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What? Great.
Okay.
Wait, can I stop him?
Nope,
I
too
sure
late.
hope
It's
not.
not.
I think it
want
was
it to
pretty,
happen.
pretty fast. He just was
Yeah,
like,
I
everyone's
feel
like
like it was
arguing
quick.
about it. They're like, what is it? Is this the tea? So he just grabs it and
No,
goes like,
no.
"Nope."
I asked the question because I think it's the same tea that they were serving Eidwell that messed up her mind.
I know.
I'm not gonna let him drink it. Now you want to drink it?
No, I drank it.
Mm.
I took a swig.
I will say that you guys have been going back and forth pretty off, like quite a bit, especially because you just kind of snatched it. He's not gonna fight you. I'd say give me dexterity saving throws on both ends,
Fine.
because it's a matter of grabbing. So would be
Grabbing and not spilling.
Oh, you want
yeah.
athletics? I can do athletics.
No, I'll do. Let me just make sure because I'm a bad DM. I'll say you can do.
Or is it like sleight of hand? I don't know. Like, am I?
I'd say sleight of hand for you, and I want to say perception for Rook.
No, I'm not being sneaky. I'm just trying to grab it quickly, and he's gonna try to grab it from me, and I'm
Okay,
trying to evade
so then
him.
it's just gonna be Dex. For both of you, it's gonna be
Okay.
Dex.
Well, I rolled a dex. It's 11.
Okay, you just have to beat an 11.
Just dex check,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
or okay, just making sure I'm
Well,
rolling the
you
right
want my
thing.
inspiration? I'll give you my inspiration for a reroll if you want.
Why are you
Never mind.
trying
You don't
to
need
get
it.
him like? Okay, go ahead, drink it.
Okay. In that case, Daisy May, you give your water skin to the Dragonborn, and he kind of
To Ribbon, yeah.
yeah, you give it to Ribbon, and he starts to like drink it. And he starts to like cough as Cass like looks at the water skin. Cass, you can grab it and rip it out of his hand. Or do you just like pop it and take a swig?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You take a drink. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
When you're running around naked, yelling, howling at the moon, I'm gonna just look at you and go, "I told you so."
Leave me alone. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Only because I think. All right, that's fine. Okay, that's why I'm check something. Yes, sorry, con.
Yes.
I think my con's actually medium.
Pretty decent. Yeah.
There, not bad.
Not bad.
Aren't
Okay.
you a paladin? Don't you have a thing against like poison and disease? Or
I
something?
have a thing against disease.
Okay.
I don't think this is disease. It could be.
Okay. So you take a drink, and as it kind of like goes down, it goes down kind of the way a smooth like tequila goes down. It's never smooth. It's always like a little painful, but you're like, it's okay. You can deal with it. With a 16, it kind of goes down smooth. You start to feel your tongue kind of like little pinpricks on your tongue. And as you kind of start to look around, I would say that you recognize everyone here. It's just that you're kind of questioning why you're here. This holds nothing of importance right now.
Sorry. What are we doing here?
Okay, that's enough for you. Give me back the bag.
No, it's mine.
No, it's not.
This
Because
is yours.
It's mine
you
now.
can't drink this.
Why not? I'll do it again. Watch me do it.
Because you're
I'll do
turning
it.
into
I'll
an
do it.
imbecile
I'll do
before
it.
my very eyes. Okay, take another
That's
swig
not
so you
very
can pass
nice.
out.
No.
Well, then give me the bag.
Why?
Either drink some more or pass. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Oh, you want some too?
Is
huh?
this like
Yeah.
a circle now?
Listen, yeah,
Would
should I just
You're not
clarify that
helping.
just to save us some problems?
I feel like we should use that and figure out what it is first.
I have to get it away from Cassius first.
So Cassius, can I inspect it? I promise not
No.
to drink any of it.
See, he's not helping. It's okay, but
look-
you
look at
had
it with
your drink.
with your eyes. You can look at it with your eyes.
Oh goodness.
I mean,
I'll
it
drink
is
it.
So
sort of
Cassius,
etiquette is 1 or 2 sips and then pass. I think.
Yes. It's you take another swig and then give it up. It's somebody else's turn.
No. I think I'll keep it.
Okay,
Just
wait.
for safekeeping.
Put the stopper on to make sure. Close it so it doesn't spill all over the ground.
All right. And he takes one more drink and then closes it.
Oh my god. I'm gonna look at Daisy May like it's her fault.
What I do?
Not helping.
I offered to purify it.
No, again, clues, people.
You know what? You know what? You should be nice to your elders, and apparently I'm older than you.
He hangs it on his belt.
Okay.
So Cassius,
can
you said you weren't. What would you like to be doing, Sir Cassius? What you're questioning our activities here.
What I like to be doing? I'd like to be back on the battlefield. Things were simpler there. None of this talking, none of this going in circles with all of your guesses and your stories and your names, and frankly, none of it makes sense. And frankly, none of it matters. Why does it matter? I mean, if we could all just meet on the battlefield and duel each other, all of our problems would be solved. Because the victor would have final say. And that's how things are done with men.
are we still trying to get the juice from him, Rook?
I'm hoping it just knocks him out at this point.
Are you
What?
speaking in front of me because you think I'm actually an imbecile?
I think that
I'm gonna
that drink
cast-
has made you an imbecile, Cass. Yes.
I'm gonna cast
Hardly.
friends on Cassius,
Oh my god.
Okay.
and I'm
Uh,
going.
That's not what I was gonna do. I was gonna do command word and go sleep.
Oh shit. I like friends.
They
better.
turn on you real quick, man.
They sure do.
I was
Gotta
going
be
to let it
careful.
play out and just see what happens, but sure, we can.
I wanted to see him
Cassius.
pass out. So, I am thoroughly convinced that that drink is the same drink that Edwell and now this person are drinking, and it's to
what's-
keep them
But-
stupid.
I'm
But you
gonna
never
try
actually
to.
tasted the tea that Ebelt had or saw the tea. You know she took tea, but you didn't really.
We watched her
Figure
make
it out.
it. That's
we would have smelled it. We were like in the room as they made it.
yeah.
I think
Oh,
we
okay.
I think it makes sense that we'd have if it was familiar, like a hibiscus. I think we even said it was floral.
I
I think you're
Uh,
scratching, reaching.
I'm gonna
I don't-
try
I
to
don't know
persuade
about that.
Cassius to
No,
give
remember
me
the-
the drink.
Okay.
Was it not a flower in the tea? Wasn't that like the whole
Mhm.
thing? And
Yes.
we like read the recipe card. So
yes.
I think we would know.
Okay. Persuasion.
What am I doing?
They're trying
I'm-
to get. Sorry.
Lady
trying
Euphemia
to
is talking to you
persuade
like
you.
a child, asking for the tea back.
So you were casting a spell, correct?
I cast friends, so I have advantage on charisma checks against
Okay.
Cassius right now.
And
Okay.
what do I contest that with? If
Is there anything?
It's just whatever. It's your discretion what you want him to roll.
Okay. I would say roll a
Like a willpower type of thing, a will save.
say like a wisdom.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
The wisdom
good, because that's like one of my shitty ones. I am not willful.
I'm just going to be like, Sacassius, please. And I'm going to like hold out my hand.
Save.
Hmm?
You know what? It's fine.
Here, I'll do it. Let's see what happens. It didn't matter.
Ooh, that one was close.
He'll think about it. He'll think about it. He looks at her. And he's like, "For you, my lady, and only for you."
Um,
And
And now I know
Euphemia
he's drunk.
And now
Euphemia is going to take it. Thank you, darling. And then she's going to look at Rook and Theoden. He will act hostilely towards me when the spell ends, so I will make my leave now. Goodbye. And she's going to titter off.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Can you make sure that's the same tea as the recipe card?
Yes.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Riven, is it?
It's Ridvin, I think.
Redvin. Yes. Could you show me?
Yes, that is something that you see. Just so you are aware. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Could you show me your quarters?
My house, my quarters. Yes, I can. Yes, I can go. I go now.
As long as I can
No.
come with you, yes. Well, wait, why not? Why no?
okay.
Why don't we all take a field trip?
Fine. What are we going to look for? He's probably got a bed and a dresser.
We want to see how they're keeping the lad. We verify and see.
He's not a prisoner. He's able to walk free.
Well, yeah. We
Who
can
gives you the?
visit
Who gave you the wine skin?
I Sin. She gave it to me. Sin.
Thin.
Sin.
Sin. Wait, does that
Mhm.
ring a bell with anyone? Good.
Not with you guys.
I thought it was a name I did not recognize.
I thought Myriad asked about it, but I don't think it rings a bell with Theoden.
It rings a bell with Euphemia, but she's not there.
had to run off. No. All right, fine. Let's go look at the room.
Okay. All right. You guys kind of go down the steps exactly as he said. Go down the stairs and to the right. And he goes down the stairs and to the right. There you guys see a big kind of ornate door. And he kind of hits it in a couple of places, kind of in a pattern. 2 up top, 2 down below, 3 in the middle, and 1 to the left of the middle left. And the door kind of clicks and it creaks open. He kind of pushes the door open very quickly and he says, "Sit in if you want inside, please, thank you."
Sure.
Okay.
I go in. How does it look?
The inside of this room has, it's not super like nice the way your guys' beds would look, like an upper class kind of room. But it is like a big spacious room. It's got like a decently sized bed. It's got a very normal sized, there's a light coming through, like a normal desk, maybe not as nice, but it is just like wood hammered together. And he's got pens, he's got papers, he's also got a couple of dolls set to the side.
So I guess to sort of expedite where I'm going with this, I just want to see if there's anything that might indicate, like any drawings from him, anything that might indicate what sort of things might be going on in his mind. Like Eadwell had all the things about like the cryptic messages about the kids or whatever. It's been a while, so I'm just looking for anything that might indicate what's going on behind the scenes there.
So you're just looking for, I'm sorry, repeat that again. What are you looking for exactly?
Trying to figure out what anything about him. Like, remember how Edwell had? I thought she had like she kept telling stories or weird mind. Like, didn't she keep mentioning the kids, or was that someone else? I'm. It's
No,
That was her.
that was it.
yeah. So just,
Yeah. Give me an investigation because this place is kind of a mess.
sure.
He does have like a bunch of papers just scattered. He does have a window that's kind of like flung open.
Oh, good. So they are airing out the room here. That's good.
3.
Yeah,
You're
3,
not really
yes.
able to see anything. There you go. You're not able to see anything other than like this big mess that's in here.
Tell me more about these dolls. Daisy May is like kind of drawn to these dolls that you've mentioned.
Okay. For sure. So these dolls are all kind of multicolored, rainbow. Some of them have these porcelain faces, some of them are human, some of them are like genasi types, tieflings, kind of all kinds of humanoids. And they're all
Are they like
dressed.
porcelain dolls or like cloth
Yeah.
dolls, wooden dolls?
No, they're like porcelain dolls.
Oh, fancy.
And they're like messily put into this chest. Kind of as if he just kind of like picked them up and dumped them the way like kids do. And he has a couple of them kind of set out to the side that he like sat down very neatly. They have very nice, pretty dresses or, you know, pants on. They're kind of just, some of them are like pink, some of them are blue, some of them are purple. They all have different colored clothing on. They're sitting right next to like a dollhouse that you can assume he uses.
So the ones that are particularly taken care of, can you tell? Is there a lot of them or just a couple of them?
There's only 2 that are really taken care of.
Can you describe those to me, please?
Yes. So the 2 porcelain dolls that are sat on these 2 chairs made out of oak, neatly carved, almost as if he had taken the time to carve little details into them with whatever utensil that he had. These dolls sit on cushioned chairs. Their skirt, one of them, pale face, blue-eyed, black-haired female with a small round button nose and the lips, kind of lips heart-shaped, drawn in a bright red color. The dress is more of a robe that ties around, colored in this salmon-y color, kind of a pinkish. It ties around with this nice brooch with a pearl in the middle that wears shoes made of cloth and a belt of leather. The second doll is... Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say because Daisy May is gonna like kind of sit down or kneel down and you know really study these dolls, but describe the second one first, and then she'll say something.
Okay. The second doll is of a... I would say like a lizard folk. It kind of looks like a dragonborn. But it doesn't have like that snout. It's got scales. It's wearing this this kind of bright blue coat and pants, little leather boots that go all the way up to the knees. It's got a little baggie that jingles when you move it. And it's got chestnut hair, blue eyes, and... It's got like a chestnut hair, blue eyes, and these bright red, rosy cheeks.
So Daisy May will, you know, pick up these dolls and look over back to Riven. And Riven, what are these names for these dolls?
He kind of runs over. Do you touch them at all?
Yes, she did pick them up.
Okay. As you go to pick them up, you ask him, and he runs over and he snatches them from you. He goes, don't touch. Don't touch.
I'm
as he,
sorry.
like,
I didn't mean
sits them
anything.
down.
I mean, they're just really pretty, and I just wanted to know what their names were.
Yeah, he puts them down and he goes, he replies, Maya, Papa. Don't touch.
Are Maya and Papa like friends, or are they friends with each other? Do they like
Or-
each other? Do they fancy one another?
Or Orman says they like each other. They liked each other so much that the world burned. And he kind of walks around. Does anyone else want to make an investigation check while they are here?
I kind of feel like no, because Daisy May's too focused on these dolls. She's very, I don't know, something about the dolls.
Okay. All right. So, you guys are in the room. Euphemia, what are you doing?
I fucked off.
You did.
I did fuck off. I'm gonna try to examine this tea.
Cass didn't move. He's
Okay.
still standing there zoning out.
We left you in the hallway?
Mm-hmm.
No, I specifically would have said I will direct Cass to come with us.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, he's
'Cause
having.
I thought it was funny because at one point I thought like everybody walked into the room and you just kept walking and I'd be like, no, this way. So
I mean, he's having like. It looks like he's like hallucinating. So.
yeah, you're seeing sound and hearing color. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Told you not to drink it.
Well, if you walked him in there, he's only just now coming to.
But Euphemia, you fucked up. Where are you going?
I'm gonna probably just go to like my father's study or something where I know no one will be around and try to determine what this tea is and whether or not it's the same. Because we had a recipe for a tea, correct?
You did.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to determine if it's similar or the same
Okay.
and what the effects might be.
It was
Um,
flour, water,
Sugar?
something like that. It was something that we didn't realize it was like literally like flour, not flour as in like baking, but flour as in a literal flour.
Yeah. Sugar. I think it was like sugar or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can go to your father's study. As you kind of start to walk in that hallway, you do see two red swords leave the your father's study as they begin to head downstairs, and you know that they are kind of patrolling the area. But yeah, they leave as you kind of walk up to the door.
Does
And
anything
you can-
seem off in the study after they leave? Like, does it look like things might have been rifled through that weren't previously?
No, things are like missing, but that, that could have been from
That was, yeah, they were
yeah.
pillaged and plundered. Yeah, I'm gonna take the tea and I'm gonna try to examine it. I don't know what kind of check that would be to determine like the properties it might hold.
Yeah. So if you want to kind of know the properties, I would say that'd be an Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boop. 23.
For sure. With a 23, you can determine that. I'll say that you can figure out that it didn't tell you what kind of flour, Do you pour it? I assume you pour it into like a bowl or something to examine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine like a
Um,
flower would like, Euphemia has been around a lot of flowers, so I imagine that this probably has some sort of fragrance.
Yeah. So flour, it does. So as you pour it into the bowl, you see that there is maybe 3 or 4 flowers floating in it. Inside, you also see that there is these little rocks, purple in color, and they shimmer whenever you kind of jostle them about. Right at the bottom of the canteen, as you finish pouring it out, or yeah, as you finish pouring it out, you see that there is like these thick sludge of what you can assume is sugar. And right at the bottom is this bright red ruby.
Okay. So, sorry, I know we had talked about what the tea might be for, and I cannot find my notes on it.
I believe we talked about it altering or implanting memories, because Edwell was like believed either she was remembering something that was like really long time ago or something, or she was remembering something wrong, because like she remembered that wasn't it like her husband or something, and she's like really old, but she thought like her husband, it was something that like we were thinking that it was like it was altering her memory.
Something like that. Fuck.
Yeah. While you figure this out, do you want to go on break for a quick second?
Sure.
We can take an early break and then come back because we can. Yeah, so we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Please come back. We'll have some things figured out by then. So, maybe come back 5 to 10 minutes, but for now, go take a break or something.
Live.
Hi, welcome. I went down the wrong pipe. Welcome back to episode 6 of Gilded Blades. Last we left off, we were talking to Euphemia. Euphemia, what did you figure out?
We figured out that the tea that we've acquired from Cassius, who acquired it from Riven, is the same tea that in the previous season was given to Eadwell, which replaced memories. So
Correct. I'm gonna do a sippy. Okay. Yeah, you figured that out. Is there anything else you're looking for?
the rocks and the ruby, is there any significance to that? Or is that part sort of just part of the spell?
I would say that you know that's part of the spell.
Okay.
You watched that lady make it. She did like the blood thing, but you can assume that this does the same thing.
Okay. Kind of like the ruby, sort of like in replacement of the blood.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a minute because so the friend's spell should have worn off on Cass.
Mhm.
And when that happens, normally the creatures tend to take a hostile approach towards the caster. So I'm gonna kind of just like hide out in the study for a little bit because I don't want to be on the bad side of a sword right now. So
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm very squishy.
A squishy guy. All right. I would say that back at the bedroom. Oh my god. I'm gonna start drinking water. Just gonna replace this. Yeah, back at the bedroom, you guys are standing there. He's just kind of watching you all in his room. Ridvin doesn't really interact beyond that. Unless you start asking him questions. I'll say that Cass, around this time, you start to come down from it. I assume you read the message I sent you. Okay. You start to come down from it, and you do kind of start to feel hostile. You start to feel kind of fighty.
When do I not?
When do you not? That's why we love him. And you start to kind of recognize and realize what you're doing here again. And you have this urge to like punch Euphemia for whatever it was she did.
He's just standing in the back as you all are talking about dolls.
That's Daisy May.
What's Rook doing?
Rook is so one of the things I want to do is I'm sure I have scars that have not healed from the battles and stuff.
Mhm.
I want to make one thing I want to make sure is like I'm going to like look for a scar that's easy to identify. And then
Okay.
I'm going to go make sure that this thing doesn't have one too.
Okay.
Him. It's a person. I mean, it's
Right now I'm not
creature.
convinced of that.
It could be a shapeshifter.
yeah.
You play with your dolls and mind your business. I didn't say that out loud.
Wow. Yeah, you can check, you can see a couple of your scars, and you want to just like compare them. Are you just gonna grab him? He is wearing like clothes, so he's not.
I'm not gonna hostily take him because he might have real Dragonborn in him somewhere, and I don't really want to get into a fight in this room just yet. So I'm gonna be like, Ruben, I need to see something, and I'm gonna ask him for his arm.
He nods and lifts his arm to you.
Just making sure we don't have similar scars.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Now, is there any other things that would be unique? Like something that I could see, like not fingerprints, but like rings in the horns. I don't know what unique feature, anything. I want to make sure that we're not identical. He's not me
No.
from some distant future.
For sure. Yeah, you kind of like look him over. He doesn't have similar features to you, as in the sense of like scarring and missing scales, that kind of thing. That's not really. That's not a thing he has. He has his own unique kind of scarrings in different places. He has different, cuts and bruises.
Right. The scarring would have to have happened after. Like,
Yeah.
so, but like any markings that would say this is definitely my blood. Like,
No.
okay. So I don't know where his offshoot comes from. But yeah, I'm examining him. What's Theoden doing?
What is Theoden doing?
That's a good question. So I sort of struck out on my thing that I was trying to do. So I'm not sure how much leeway I get. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, Ant was checking his notes to try to figure out if he could link all these things together. I don't know what Theoden was doing in that time. I was hoping it would come
I mean,
to
that
me.
could be what he was doing.
There's
Yeah.
a desk. Go search the desk.
All right. He'll search the desk. He'd probably sit down at the desk and sort of do that. Try to connect all these different threads he knows about, and then perhaps he would search the desk. Like eventually, after striking out, sure, I'll search the desk.
Okay.
It's a good thought. I guess an investigation check, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah, with a 12. It's not hard to kind of figure out what's in here. You start to look around. These pages are kind of lettering, kind of like if somebody was practicing their penmanship. You find books of like noble houses, how noble houses work, their individual symbols and colors, information about their house, their family seats. I'm gonna need everyone to give me a perception.
Everybody.
Not me, right?
Not Euphemia. Everyone who is in this room.
I see stuff.
Things are definitely stuff. Cass, you do have 2 inspiration that you haven't used.
I just want
I don't
you
know.
guys to know we rolled a 2, an 8, a 9, and an 11.
Yes. 2 and 8, 9 and 11 is not great. Euphemia, I think you are gonna have to give me one.
I was gonna use my inspiration and re-roll it, but
I mean, you can.
okay.
14.
Until I tell you the result of what's happening, you can still use it.
Fuck.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, Theo, you are looking around this table and you note that a lot of these are kind of in handwriting of like a kid.
Even like the books.
Yep. It looks like they were kind of being instructed on, the systems of government here, and this is their notebooks. What did you get? A 12? I will say, with a 12, you know that the back of this page is there's a little handprint, 5 little fingers, fingerprints, fingers, 5 of them, dipped in some ink and stamped on the back with the name underneath. The name of Ridvan. Euphemia, you hear outside your father's study, you hear footsteps kind of running past.
What does it sound like booted footsteps?
No, it sounds like flesh hitting the ground.
I'm gonna quickly go to the door and peek out.
You peek out and you notice that Ridvan is making his way out of this fucking room, out of the castle, as he kind of books it down the stairs and out of a back door. You guys all failed to see Ridvan open the door, cloak himself, and run out.
Can I... How far away is he from me?
He would be something like 60 feet.
Good enough. I'm gonna try to cast Hold Person on him.
All right. What does he have to do?
He has to succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Okay. You see that it starts to grab him and he just kind of breaks through, continuing on.
Fuck.
Okay. Everyone in the room, Ridvan is still in there. You see this figure kind of sitting, kind of in a dark corner, just sitting, not really doing anything.
I'm gonna run after him.
Okay.
And as I'm running, I'm going to cast a... Which way did my red swords go?
They would have gone down and east. This guy's going down and
opposite?
west. Yeah.
Do I know if there's anyone stationed near where he's running?
If there's like a patrol there?
Yeah, is Lord Desmond, do I know if Lord Desmond or Lord Monet are down there?
You would know that there is small, maybe men of, 5 men on that end of the castle.
I'm going to cast Sending to Lord Monet. Dragonborn trying to escape. Was it the north end?
The west, I believe I said.
West end of castle. Please capture him before he can leave.
You kind of send that, and you hear a couple of horses begin to gallop.
And then I'm going to make my way back to the group where I left them. Well, where they, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You can make your way there.
Did that
you don't hear anything back from... Go ahead.
Wonder if that handprint looked like a Dragonborn's handprint.
No. It looked like the handprint of a child. Like a humanoid child.
Blood magic, man. I'm telling you.
You said your name was Ridvan.
The lizard folk. I guess he's a dragonborn-ish. He's kind of curled up into a ball on the floor, just sitting in a corner. He doesn't respond to you. Euphemia, I'll say that you get to the room around this time, just because it's easier, but also because it's not a long trek, you know. You open the door and you see Ridvin kind of sitting in a corner. Aunt, any other questions you're gonna ask him?
I would try to
Uh,
get his attention, probably.
Touch one of the dolls.
what? There were 3 changelings that were mentioned having been brought from a different place,
Mm-hmm.
but we only encountered 2.
Killed one.
Are we sure that there was only 3?
I remember asking that question. You told me yes.
Rook, I'm gonna need you. Everyone else, if you can take your headphones off real quick. Or deafen yourselves in some way. Rook, in your head, there is a kind of breathy voice. In Draconic, you hear, "It was nice to see you again, son. Thought you'd have caught on sooner, but here we are."
So
Have a
I'm
good
looking. I will look down at the one that's in the room. That one's not looking at me.
Nope.
Where are you?
You respond.
Yeah.
He responds back with, "I was within your grasp. Have a good day, my dear." And it cuts out.
Son of a bitch!
You can come back now. Come back, friends. Come back. Yeah. And that is what you hear in your head.
So the one on the ground, like I'm going to storm to the one sitting in the corner. Is that real?
You storm at it? What do? Like you just stomp it or what?
Like I'm gonna go to pick it up.
Your hand goes right through it.
So I will curse in Draconic and like run out of the room.
I'm gonna point. He went that way.
Thank you, Night Steed. Yeah.
I'm calling I'm meeting Dino outside. I'm going to hunt, like find it.
Okay. Night Steed, thank you. Yeah. You call and he comes to you quite happily. Are you trying to find him in any way, shape, or form? What are you trying to do?
I was this close to him. Like, all right.
I'm so sorry. It was...
Son of a bitch. All right. So he ran out. Like, where are her red swords? Did we hear horses galloping?
It's not their red swords. It's like the Farmall and their
the
army.
Kell.
Yeah.
All right.
You see that there are maybe 12 cavalry following something.
Can I see that
hills?
something?
No. It is far enough away that it is not visible.
Yeah, I'm riding after it as fast as the lizard will take me.
Okay. You can do that.
I at least noticed he swore, right?
Yes. So you guys notice that Rook says something in Draconic. You know, tone is important, so he'll say something and it just feels upset as he begins to like book it out of the door. You guys watch. Theoden, I'll say that were you still looking at? Oh no, you were talking to it. So
Yeah, I was
you see
talking
that his
to him.
hand kind of goes through this illusion and it dissipates.
Shit. Okay, I would definitely follow Rook then.
Okay, Cass, I'll say you guys all see this happen.
If you're
I'm not
following me, you hear me cursing the whole way. Like, I had him. He was here.
Who? Who was here? What are you talking
My
about?
father.
God, I really want to punch you, Femi, in the face.
Okay. What?
Euphemia is going to hear that and walk in the opposite direction.
She's just about faces.
We've got to stick together.
Yeah, you can resist the urge, but it's there.
Sorry, what? Your father? What are you talking about? Your father?
The Dragonborn was my father, and like move faster.
Wait, that the old crazy one?
That was Tenkad.
What? Okay, now Cass is going to like start running, like booking it. Burst of
all
strength.
right.
Wait, no, we don't have that in the system.
So when we hit the outside, I get on a giant lizard and start riding. I don't know what y'all are doing. But
Yeah.
Keep up.
You start riding on a giant lizard. For anyone
When
who
the
doesn't
fuck
know-
did Rook get a giant lizard's fucking steed? When did this happen?
I put it in the chat like weeks ago.
You think I read chat?
Tell
What's
us
a
what to
picture?
It was a
Giant
it was a
picture.
little picture.
But did it
Well,
get
I never
teleported
thought you
with
would ride a
us?
horse or
Like,
anything.
How was it here?
I've been riding it the whole time. People don't pay attention to me. I swear to God.
I do watch.
I'm a
both
narcissist.
chat.
I only pay attention to my own story.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. I thought we all
That's
were.
right.
That's
See,
why we're
this
on
is what
Twitch. That's
happens.
why we
This is
stream.
why you all have problems. Yes,
I do watch the chat. I never saw that.
He even has a name. Oh my God.
Did I not
Doesn't have
hear?
a name.
Rook
I'm
names
leaving.
everything. He names his weapon. He names his giant lizard. I'm sure he has names for other things.
Well,
He
that we
has
don't
a
know about
giant
either.
lizard.
What was
I
the
can
Yes.
lizard's
barely
name?
name a castle.
What was your lizard's name? What was your big lizard's name? Tell
It's
us,
just
Rook.
Dino.
Okay.
This sounds familiar now that you say that.
Thank you.
Yeah. How fast does Zeno run?
I don't remember.
Because it should be just the.
So here's the problem. And yeah, it should just be that. So let me find it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me pull this up for myself.
So his 60 feet, 60 feet
Yeah.
base speed.
Yes. Okay, so it is. So I'm gonna tell you now. It is running at 60 feet per round. It is already. He is already about 250 feet away. He is running to something, and his goal is about 3 more turns away. That is what you're going up against. Okay? Okay. Everyone else, what are you doing?
Running after that thing.
Okay.
His dad.
Are you just running after it?
Like as fast as I can. And you know, I don't want to hurt it. I've already like, if it's the same guy, I've already like cut this guy up.
You have.
Oh no, I healed him.
You healed him?
Yeah.
Great job, Daisy Bay.
It's her one fucking job.
If I didn't see that happen, I guess.
Nobody told her anything, so I thought we were just cool with this.
I was holding him at sword point until I put it away.
You did.
And she took that as the okay.
She's like, it's fine. Okay, no, I know what I'll do. This is really stupid. How far away is he?
He is about 250 away. It's
Oh, that's
250
way
feet
too
away.
far. Okay, I'm just gonna try to catch up.
Are you gonna try to take a horse or something?
If there is one, yeah.
This,
if
this
there's
place
a horse,
is good at cavalry. That's
okay.
their whole
If there's a
shtick.
guy holding his horse, I want to like punch him and just jump on his horse. He doesn't even have a chance.
Okay,
Is,
you pick him, get on the horse, and the guy goes, "You could have just asked," as he holds his nose.
No, it's just like
Okay.
one fluid movement, just like boof, as he jumps on the horse.
Hey Jay,
Yes, sir.
can I summon Raven?
Ooh,
Is it doing it
you
again?
can.
I'm gonna call out for her. Raven.
She kind of out of a red mist kind of poofs, and out of like this dark corner, she kind of slithers out, kind of undulating, with these like undulating little arms of steam, and then they go away, and she kind of comes out. She looks at you. Yes.
The older dragonborn.
Hmm.
Could you stop him?
Oh, stop him. In what sense?
From getting to wherever he's trying to go.
I could. It's gonna cost.
Cost what?
Something. Truth to be revealed to you eventually. Yes? A truth that can hurt.
Of course. What else is a woman's life but pain?
Yes. Sad, unfortunate. Always crying. As she kind of whisks away, and on the floor, are kind of floating above where she was standing, are two little vials, and one of them just says yes. Actually, one of them says find, and the other one says leave. So find him or leave it, essentially.
Like find Tencod? Find
Yeah.
him? I'll take the find vial.
You grab it. Do you chug it or do you just take it?
Does it seem like I'm supposed to drink it?
It seems like you can do whatever you want with it. This is one of those things where somebody is being real weird and cryptic, and you just kind of have to make a choice.
I'll drink it.
Drink it, pop it. You
Fucking
see,
Alice in Wonderland ass shit.
you. I'm sorry. You pop it, you take it, you chug it down, and there is a kind of black that takes over your vision. You have gone blind.
Fuck.
Rook,
Mm-hmm.
you see this creature from the depths of the ground kind of push out. These tentacles kind of wrap up. You see that about a couple feet away from you, a couple hundred feet away from you, apologies, you see that that figure, that pet Willow that kind of led her into the madness that, led her to die, kind of emerges with this tentacle as it kind of jumps down, and whatever is happening there, it kind of jumps up into the air, pulls out something. It looks kind of like a blade, and it plummets to the ground. You see that the cavalry stop and kind of make way for whatever the hell this is. And it begins, this tentacle kind of drags something behind it.
Is it him?
It is him.
Oh, I gotta get there as quick as I don't want him dead though, because I need to do it.
Okay.
This is an honor thing.
It drags this figure more and more. You see that the cavalry start to split up, and you see that Drift, the Lord of Farmal, kind of meets with the figure They have a small conversation, and then he nods.
Drift, Lord of Formal, and my father have a conversation.
No. The figure of like this person that tackled him to the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a small conversation, and then they begin to continue back. And they kind of make it to you, and you notice that at your feet, or as you start making your way closer, you see that at your feet there's these like black vines that start to try to grab onto Dino. They kind of leave him alone after a while, but they do try.
So I'll dismount and send Dino away.
Okay.
Graze. But I'm heading towards the figure that they're dragging.
Okay, you do that. You can get there. And these black vines, again, try to grab onto you. It's not hard to kick past them. And you see that kind of trailing behind your father kind of being dragged is just a little like, what's it called? The bird. It just kind of hops along.
A bird?
Yeah, it's just a little bird that hops behind him, almost as if it's curious as to what's going on.
Okay. So is my father being dragged on the ground, or is he standing
Yeah, he's
up?
being dragged on the ground.
No. Stand him up.
The little bird chirps, and you see that the figure that talked to Willow before says no.
What do you mean, no?
Goes to Euphemia.
I'm gonna look back over the rise to where Euphemia is kind of standing as a little figure and like, fine. But I will be following behind.
You see that this figure tries to reach out and touch your face. Do you like swat it away?
Yeah, I'll slap her hand away.
As you like slapped her hand away, there's like a ring on her finger that kind of hurts you. As she kind of flinches back and kind of laughs. She continues on.
A ring on her finger?
Yeah, it's just a ring on her finger.
Oh.
She's got one of emerald and another of sapphire.
So the father is like unconscious, groaning.
He is currently unconscious because he got punched in the head really, really hard.
Okay. So I'm gonna follow in behind, almost like not gloating, but just waiting, savoring the moment when he is awake again. But I'm not getting in the middle of another one of Euphemia's servants, especially one that could do that.
They drag you back. Cassius, you see that as you were starting to go, this thing came out of the ground and something happened, and now they're walking back.
He like woes the horse as he was just taking off, and now feels really awkward for punching that guy. So he just like gets off the horse and hands the reins back to the guy, and it's just like, sorry. And he'll like lay on hands and heal him.
You're a dick.
No, I'll fix it. And then he'll heal him.
Yeah, you heal him. And he goes, less of a dick. You could have just asked for one.
There wasn't time. And well, I'm not sure what they just did over there, but I'm sorry about that.
You see that the person you're talking to is a red sword, and they go, well, if sin's involved, it's usually really bad.
Sin is definitely bad. The Ramira looks down upon sin.
You're a weird guy.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Are you all right over there? And he's gonna come to you guys.
Yeah. I'll say that it's pretty quick. The tackle and takedown is really fast. It's a couple of seconds. And as you start to yeah. As you start to kind of make your way back, you do people on the horizon start to get bigger, and Tencod still knocked out.
How am I still blind?
You are.
Are you still out there? Is she like nearby?
I probably would have made it to
It's
like
outside, right?
Yeah, she made it to like the what's it called? The like wall essentially, or the outside courtyard. That's the word I'm looking for. I couldn't remember. She probably made it to like the courtyard, but that's about it before she went blank.
Okay.
Euphemia's sort of like not being able to see and knowing who kind of ran off. She's going to call for Archimedes.
Yeah.
And she's going to try to see through his eyes and have him sort of wrap himself around her.
Yeah. He kind of wraps himself around where your eyes are, kind of like a blindfold as he takes, he kind of replaces your eyes. You warg into him and you can see the world as he sees it, kind of a little blurry, not very colorful, but he does his best. And he kind of just hangs out there. You see that they're making it back with this figure dragging behind him.
You caught him then.
You caught him.
Wait.
They won't let me have him. Or she.
As soon as Raven comes up to
Raven's not there.
oh, it's just the bird.
It's just the bird and that cloaked figure that kind of pet Willow before she went into a.
Oh, yeah. I'm going. Well, Archimedes is going to look at the cloaked figure. Can you release him?
She looks down at him. She kind of kicks it a little bit, lets it go. He kind of falls onto the ground with a thud.
I'm going to move in and restrain him quickly.
Okay. With like rope, I assume.
He's as big as I am, right?
He's bigger than you are.
Chain.
I was gonna say
Okay.
maybe chains.
He must
can
have
do
busted
that.
out of my ropes. I had him tied up.
We
did.
let him out.
You let him go.
Y'all let him out. What?
Somebody thought he was safe.
In her defense, she said, "I'm gonna let him go," and y'all went, "Okay."
Okay.
No. I didn't hear that part.
I never heard that.
Look,
fine.
no contest is an okay.
Yeah. No,
That's all right though, because I want him full health.
Um.
I'm
right.
going to look to Rook.
Look. Ha.
I'm gonna look to Rook. Are you satisfied?
Yes.
Good. I hope the deal I made was worth it. And Euphemia is going to begin to walk back.
Deal. What deal, bitch? Why did I say that? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that.
Cass is still feeling the effects of whatever he drank.
No, it's the effects of my friend's spell. Euphemia was totally like, she was like, I'm gonna get fucking punched in the face by this grown man. So she was getting called a bitch is like nothing to her.
It's
Oh, I
fading.
love that. It's fading. There's no punching anymore. It's just like being mean.
He said, "What deal, bitch?" I mean,
Is Lady Euphemia like blind?
She got a snake wrapped around her face. What do you think?
What deal?
Could fix it.
A truth.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
One that will hurt.
You hear the bird kind of chirp, and it sounds like laughter as it up and flies away.
She has such strange friends.
We're her friends. Well, I'm not. Well,
Yeah, we're the most normal of them, I think.
that man called me weird.
You are, especially when you drink things out of bottles you shouldn't have.
It was a bit reckless.
Knowing what we know.
Euphemia is going to like continue to sort of like feel her way back into the castle after someone said something about drinking things out of bottles, and it's just yep, gonna keep walking.
You continue to stumble through
Sorry.
Heimgear, and you feel someone kind of grab you and start to move, kind of escort you around.
Daisy May is going to follow Lady Euphemia, and after a while of her stumbling around, she's going to realize, oh, maybe she really is blind, and it's not going away. Lady Euphemia, would you want me to cure your blindness?
Let me see.
It's not my hesitance to ask for it. It's whether or not it's actually something that is going to be able to be cured or something that will just wear off. Euphemia is going to turn her head towards like your direction. If it is something that you're capable of doing, I'm not sure though. Not sure what the effects of this deal I made is.
I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You stay blind?
Sure. That's definitely the worst thing that could happen right now in this instance.
Are you really
So,
completely
Daisy
blind?
May will come up and try to reach around the snake to touch Lady Euphemia.
Archimedes will like uncoil himself.
Yeah.
Thank you. Saying a few words about Veros and cast Lesser Restoration.
Lesser restoration.
Uh-huh.
You hear Veros, or something that kind of imitates him, perhaps. You hear a voice kind of echo. I can fix it, but it will be undone.
It can be
No
fixed, but
problem.
it can be undone. She'll
You
just
say
kind of
that out
repeat the cryptic message.
Euphemia is going to wave her off then. Never mind.
All right, but if your husband yells at me because of this was your choice.
Don't worry, I won't let you take the blame.
Because he kind of scares me. He's a very big
Whose
man.
arm do I have? And I'm gonna.
You have it's kind of this big burly and tall red sword. He kind of carries a different kind of blade on his hip, and he kind of mumbles out, it's me, ma'am, one of Butcher.
Oh, thank you, darling. I guess we're staying. How late is it?
I would say it's starting to get dark. Maybe around 7, 8.
She's going to turn to Daisy. Perhaps we should all gather and talk about what has occurred.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I guess I can go round up everybody.
Please. And then she's going to ask the Red Sword to direct her to, I guess because we all know where my father's study is, I'll ask him to direct me towards there.
He nods, and he does ask, ma'am, would you like me to stay with you till it goes away?
Yes, please. This is quite unnerving, not being able to see.
So Daisy May doesn't actually run off to find everybody. Instead, she's just going to yell really loud, "Y'all need to get in here right now. Lady Famia wants to talk to us." Really loud.
I would say that you've got farm voice, where that shit just echoes.
Yeah,
You can all
across
hear
the
it.
prairie, whatever.
Yeah. You can all hear this.
Yeah, I mean, Cass is gonna come.
I will still be there with Rook. I wait and see what Rook does with his father.
So I want to chain him up, make sure he's restrained, but I'm not letting him out of my sight.
Okay, so do you drag him in with you?
Yep. Like luggage.
Okay. All right, you lug him in. This man is not waking up. Just so we're
He's not
clear.
dead, right?
No, he's still breathing. He's just out.
Okay.
I assume you all walk in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Euphemia, before everyone walks in, this butcher introduces himself. He says, "I'm Tyron Blue. I will be your eyes for now."
I'm gonna give him a little pat on the arm. Thank you. Love.
He nods and do I stand beside you, or do I make sure that I can cut them down if need be?
I don't think we'll have a problem with my companions, but I'd prefer if you stand beside me just in case.
Kinder? And he kind of silently stands beside you. And I will say that you see one of those vines kind of crawl up onto the desk. Kind of black, inky vine climb onto the desk and just sit there.
I see it? I don't
Yeah.
see shit.
You do.
I see it?
Yeah. It is the one thing in your vision that is white in this scenario.
So I've got it's like inverted where I just see like a vine just.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't like that.
You can close your eyes, I guess.
No, I'm gonna stare at it. I'm gonna just very oh god, intently.
Okay. You guys walk in. And Tencod is being dragged along with Rook. What do you guys do?
Well, Cass is really concerned about Euphemia. So I mean, he's kind of doting on her, fussing.
At this point,
You try to, and Tyron is going to shove you away.
Oh, that makes me mad. Yeah, if he gets shoved, he's just "I'm trying to help, sir."
Doesn't
It's
respond.
okay, Cassius. It's okay.
It's not okay. You've gone blind out of what, your own doing? What foolishness is this?
Rook's a little confused. How did she get blind?
She said it was a truth or something? Some kind of magics?
They speak in riddles and cryptic answers. In order for us to ensure that Tencod did not get away, I
You gave your
may-
sight.
perhaps it will wear off. Who knows?
I could have caught him myself. You didn't have to do something like this.
Do we know where he was heading?
He's been unconscious since your creature captured him.
What if he was heading towards a teleportation circle or something that would take him far, far away?
No, I'm
He had a purpose.
glad. I'm glad, but we have no answers yet.
Well, if he tried to do that, I probably would have just tried to kill him. But nevertheless, I thank you for your sacrifice, but you needn't take such lengths next time. Let the man escape, but don't do this to yourself. We must find a way to fix it. We cannot go on without you, Euphemia.
There are other ways. I can see through Archimedes if necessary, but it does take away my ability to move around while doing so. Regardless, 10 card is important to figuring out what it is that is going on. And he could also be used as some sort of leverage, perhaps, if anything. Then I'm going to kind of turn to where I think Rook is.
I'll step into her line of sight.
Very polite.
What is it you plan on doing with your father?
I have questions. And then I'm going to kill him.
All right. You think those questions are going to go any better than the questions did earlier? When we were questioning him, when I had a zone of truth on him?
A zone of truth can be beaten. You know that. All he has to do is not answer the questions.
You think he's going to answer them now?
Point of order.
It'll be different.
So
How did...
he was answering before it wore off of you. So, and he didn't leave until around maybe just before the time you started to seem normal. Perhaps he thought he was telling the truth, but then it wore off and he was able to realize who he really was.
Perhaps. I mean, all I remember was I drank the what was it? A tea of some kind. It tasted like a tea, and I started to see a vision of some sort. It looked like not my vision. I don't think it had anything to do with me. I don't
The
recognize
tea
anyone.
replaces memories. It's the same tea that Eatwell was being fed.
Well, then whoever made it obviously wanted him to remember something along the lines of, I don't know, the Raylon flags, maybe an army of some kind. I saw flags, and there was a bright light, and Orman's face. I saw Orman's face there. He was stabbing someone, a woman, a Raylon woman.
Hampton.
My mother.
Yes, I recall the feeling I had was that of a mother, but that she might be my mother, or a mother, I'm not sure, a mother of some kind. And he just continued to kill. I think there was a lot of death, butchering, really.
You're
And then I
saying
started to come out of it.
you saw my father stabbing a woman.
Yes, a Raylon woman, some kind.
If the words written in the book are to be believed, they were basically, it was a mercy killing. They found her near dead. Armand, or however you say your father's name,
Orman.
set her free.
And then are you suggesting that the memory that he's supposed to have is that she was violently murdered?
Well,
But
her father and his father tend to think he did it. I need to know
You-
the truth.
you said that he was stabbing a Raylon woman. Anthan was far more.
Yeah.
Raylon would indicate she's a dragonborn.
It was a Raylon woman.
So he was stabbing a dragonborn, not your mother.
It was a woman that I felt as though could have been my mother.
So your grandmother then, Rook.
My grandmother was dragonborn.
And a Raylon woman.
Was Orman around then?
My grandmother lived longer than my mother.
Oh.
Well,
I
if
don't
these
know.
were,
It didn't make any sense. It's a false memory, isn't it?
it replaces memories. It's not necessarily creates lies.
So it could be someone's memory or a different perspective, maybe. Don't see how memory can lie.
I think it depends as well as who made the tea and what blood was made to use the tea, although in this case it was a ruby. But it could connect.
Where's the tea?
If we're in the study, we're in the study, right? Euphemia is going to gesture to the bowl that she had poured it in.
If I drink the tea and see the same memories, I could recognize if it's my grandmother or my mother, right?
It doesn't last too long. Just don't drink too much.
If you get the same memories, maybe.
There could be other ones.
It's it's not necessarily hazardous to your health if you drink it, as long as you don't drink it in high quantities.
You'll just get a bit fuzzy-headed, really. It's different than me wanting to beat the shit out of her.
That doesn't have anything to do with tea, but okay.
I
That's
feel
what I
like
mean.
I feel like the butcher at this point would probably not like that
Like,
being said.
Standing between them, like what?
He's just like, I'm not going to.
He just stands there, kind of props up a little bit more, and he just like stares at Cass.
I'm not going to. Something with that tea. It's fine. It'll pass.
Okay. I don't want to drink tea because I don't like being separated from my senses, but I don't know if those visions would help or if we can get the answers out of my father.
Well, we can do both.
I mean, can you describe the Raylon woman?
Jay, can I describe the Raylon woman?
No, only because it's kind of like a dream where you don't really have that many details.
Yeah, you have a feeling of what you remember, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Daisy May's gonna lean close to Theoden and says, I kind of want him to drink the tea. I kind of want to see him in a good mood.
Shut up, you.
I'm not sure that's what's going to happen from the tea.
Lady
But it would make it
Euphemia.
more pleasant, wouldn't it?
It didn't really make Cassius more pleasant, just distant.
You can like see thoughts, right?
Yes, I could detect them.
So if I drink the tea and you are attached to me, will you not see what I'm seeing?
Theoretically, yes, as long as you make sure your mind is open as well.
Well, I mean, you've done.
You'll feel a little. I've heard described as a little tug. The first reaction is you want to pull back from that, but you're gonna want to let go.
That's fine. For what you've done for me, I will accept that tug. I'm gonna have to drink the tea, so I'm gonna prepare myself, like basically like clear my mind, sit down like I'm gonna meditate, put rain across my heart, and I'm gonna like, Cassius, on your word, he doesn't leave this room.
All right.
And I'm pointing at Tenkat.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna walk away from Euphemia and just like go loom over Tencod with a sword to his throat. I'm good at looming.
Cassius. He's twice my size. He's my father. Just remember, he's not easy. Like, I think we got away with like that. He's toying with us, so just keep that in mind.
You're going to be
I'm-
fine.
I'm gonna send Archimedes over to Rook, and you'll see the little golden snake that usually adorns me in the guise of jewelry. He's gonna crawl up you and curl around your shoulder, and then I'm going to look through him in order to cast the spell.
Okay. All right. So you're just gonna drink it?
So, like I said, I'm gonna prepare myself mentally. I'm gonna try and free my mind. I'm gonna keep telling myself accept Euphemia's like intrusions. But I am sitting on the floor, just facing Tencod, like where
Okay.
he is. So I'm like sitting down cross-legged in meditation. This is one of the things that Rook does to train, and he has rain across his lap because
Okay.
that's also something he can ground himself with.
Correct. Okay. In that case, you're going to have to give me the same thing that Cassius had to roll me, which would be I believe it was a wisdom. Wisdom save.
Yeah, it was
Save.
a whiz save.
Now, do I want to save? Because I'm trying to accept all of this stuff.
I will say that saving is going to allow you to actively let Euphemia in, which is why I'm going to give you advantage. So you're just grasp. The reason that Cassius failed was it was him kind of letting it take over, whereas this might let you grab onto like reality a little bit.
Okay. If there's going to be a save, and I want to take one of the things that I have to. Well, I don't know if it would work. Would untangle a thread or unfold something personal work in either of those situations? Either one of those work for this?
Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
Can I give Rook
Okay.
my nat 20? If not,
You can. I'll say that you can use one of those in this situation in order to, if you tell me what you're trying to figure out, I will let you use either one.
So, like right now, my thinking is the T is replacing memories. But because of the way the T functions, they're breaking up that memory. They're breaking up like that vision or that story. I want to see it in its entirety. I want to know everything.
Okay. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Okay, I see what you're doing. Yes, you definitely can. Euphemia is going to be looking in on it, correct?
Yes, because
Okay.
I'm going to be in a stupor, so I need somebody who can be rationally paying attention to it as well.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay. In that case, give me the wisdom with advantage in the tower, please. And Euphemia, I'm gonna have you give me the same roll.
And it's a wisdom check or a save? I'm sorry.
Save.
Save. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's a save.
do I
Is this-
roll with advantage as well, or?
Yes. There's a bug in here.
And if I failed, I'd like to use the nat 20.
Okay. So you're gonna have to use up that nat 20.
Okay.
Okay. But that is a crit success, so you'll be able to figure this out as well. So I'm basically untangling a thread for both of you. Because you're looking, you're looking in, and then so is Euphemia. Okay. You take a sip. Is there anything? What is Rook feeling in the moment?
Like, my vengeance is about to be like satisfied. If my father's here, I want to know that like it is going to be proper and that everything I've been working for may finally come to fruition, but I need to know.
Okay. All right. With those thoughts flowing through your head, you see the lavender and silver of Raylon flags as they kind of fall onto the ground. Euphemia, you see this visually. Light passes into your eyes and it kind of blinds you as you try to pan over and see what you're looking at. Any look in any direction, and it blinds you. Other than ahead of you. You start off looking down at the ground as it kind of disappears under you. Your feet are running away, away from noises behind you, noises that Rook would recognize as a battle. You begin to sprint. You see the feet of another Dragonborn, a woman in a nice kind of gown, running beside you as she grabs your hand and begins to run. You don't look up at her face quite yet, as she's just forcing you, dragging you along. The ground is littered with rivers of red blood that you can smell. They kind of penetrate your senses, and nothing other than the sound of clanking metal behind you, your footsteps, your heartbeat exists. You hear words off in the distance, but you don't really hear it. And you feel an arrow hit you in the back. You watch it kind of come out from your chest. As that's happening, you feel blood kind of choking out of your mouth, kind of dribbling down, and you look over and you see a young man that Euphemia you would recognize as Orman, your father. He yells something at her in another language, a language that you don't understand. He grabs her and he kind of jostles her. He grabs one of her fingers and he twists it in an odd direction, snapping the bone. She screams something in a different language that, again, you don't understand, but you can feel the panic. You see that he is seething as he starts to walk over to you. He points his blade down at your neck, speaking again to the woman, and the woman begs and pleads as he seems to have heard exactly what he wanted to. Pulls it away and he walks over to her. And he levels his blade up to her neck, pushes in, pulls out, and walks over to you. In Draconic, he whispers, "I'm not gonna let you come back in 10 years and repay the horrors I have done to you," as you feel him dig his blade into you as well. The memory kind of fades into fuzziness as you wake up again. You're looking around and you are in a cot. Next to you is a woman Euphemia, you would recognize her as Tenya. A very young Tenya, almost a year or so older than you met her. In her arms is this little creature, kind of a bundle that she is carrying. She looks around and sees you. She ushers you to come closer as you kind of look down on the bundle. It kind of wriggles and moves. You don't really get a good look at it, and you see that kicking open the door is Orman once again. He is followed by Tenkad. Tenkad is in chains, kind of holding this little what's it called? A book. He walks over to you, Rook, and he grabs you by like the scruff, and he drags you along, tossing you inside of a cage, a jail cell, and you are sat beside your father, or what you think is your father. Feels that way. And you see your grandmother as she pulls a vial out and hands it over to Orman. She looks at you and she takes you away from this, away from all of it. And you hear Orman whisper the words, "I will come back and I will kill you." She nods and you walk away. And that is the end of those memories. For very little that you drank.
Is there more?
That's the end of it. That's all you drank.
So whose perspective is this from? Anthon?
Jay disappeared. Oh.
You want to know the perspective? Sorry, I was here. I was just letting my cat in because she was scratching the door. I would say that you are unraveling the story as it goes. It seems to have come from the perspective of a child both times. Orman seems to have been the focus of both. I cannot tell you whose perspective it is.
Does it seem like it's a different memory each time? Like it's a different person's memory?
Yes, because the first memory was of a child when Orman was young, and the second one was of Orman when he was older.
And in the second memory where it said, you said he sat beside someone who feels like it's your father. Can we see what that person looks like?
Yes, it looks like Tenkad.
And then the grandmother, did that look like Rook's grandmother?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when he said, "I'll come back and kill you," he was talking to the person who was sat down but next to Tenkad?
To your grandmother.
He said that's what I thought. He said it to the grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And she took a vial from him.
She gave one to him.
She gave him a vial for the baby. Or
Correct.
the bundle. And then the whole arrow thing throws me off completely. Like in that vision, when I got shot and looked down at myself and all that, did we notice any features about the person? Like, did they have, was it a female? Was it human?
Of the first person?
Yes, the one that was shot with the arrow. Because I'm like, you get shot, you look down, like, what did we see?
Yeah. You look down and you saw blue scales kind of beginning to get covered in red. You saw you saw a dress being tattered because of the arrow and kind of soaking into the flesh. You were looking at your feet, which were dragonborn feet. They weren't clothed or anything, just running. And the clothing did not look it didn't look luxurious. Like, it didn't look the way Euphemia dresses. It looked very much like peasant clothes.
You said blue scales, blue into red scales, like a purplish color?
No, it was
Those are the
blue
blood.
scales, but the blood was kind of covering it up.
Oh, blue scales. So who do we know with blue scales? No, this is even more confusing. Okay, so one vision is a blue scale dragonborn was shot with an arrow and was like, he said something along the lines like, nobody will ever know like the punishments I gave you or something.
I'm
No.
not going to come back in 10 years. I'm not going to let you come back in 10 years and repay the horrors I've done to you.
Rook, as a mercenary, when you are killing a family, you kill the whole family.
Correct.
Because the
You
child
murder,
will. Yeah.
right, you murder
child will
everyone.
Come back. Yeah. It is.
Could this just be like not a super significant memory? Like, are we grasping at like trying to make a connection where there's no connection?
Yes. Just because I don't want you to get caught up on it too much.
Okay.
There is significance to the second, not the first. The first, it seems like they're collecting memories, putting them in these things, and divvying them up.
Okay.
So then the second one
Is the a crucial one, which is
So
my
Tanya-
grandmother.
your grandmother, but has Tanya in it, and because of Tanya's age in it, we can get a specific timeline. Because she would have been a year older than when I met her, and when I met her, she was 14, so she would have been around 15. And that
Which
would put
is-
us at a decade prior to the start of this.
And
Which
you are
means that-
looking.
That memory could be yours.
I never rode in a wagon. I never. That memory, they put the person in the wagon with my father. I don't remember ever that happening to me.
No.
Where do you think they get these memories, though? Do you think they let them keep the memories when they take them?
Right, but if. So the thing is, the memory. So what was squirming? Because I don't remember my grandmother ever raising anything else. Do I?
No. She took your hand. Tanya was just sitting in a chair with a bundle. You were in the same room as her before they grabbed you and took you out of the room.
And the perspective would have been like a little person, like
Yeah.
a child.
which is why when you like kind of tried to look at the bundle, you couldn't see anything.
How old is Tenya's ward?
Tenya's ward, as far as you know, her brother claimed him about 9 or 10 years ago.
Okay, so then the bundle may have been the ward. So I was thrown in prison with my father?
In the second memory, was there anything about the person, like whose memory it was, that might make them identifiable? Like as they reached, grab the grandmother's hand, like did we see our own hand?
As you did see your own hand. As you went to grab your grandmother's hand, you saw there was kind of a little coat being worn, purple with silver. There was a ring on the finger, kind of being I don't know, kind of dressed up, you know?
Like a little lordling?
Yeah.
Do we recognize the ring?
Mm-hmm. It is a Raylon sigil.
Is it a red dragonborn hand? Little baby hand?
It is a little red baby dragonborn hand.
So either I have a brother or that was me. Because 10 years ago, I would have been what, 5? 6? 7?
6.
6.
6 or
Thank
7.
you. Now, even more so, I need to get him up and find out what's going on.
What that vial was.
But yes, and why my grandmother sold us into whatever she sold us into.
She took you out.
She took. Oh, so she saved me.
Yes.
Oh, I thought I was put into the wagon with him at the end. No, I was taken out of the wagon.
You were both put into the wagon, and then she gave a vial to Orman, and then she pulled you out.
Okay, so she saved me.
Mm-hmm.
But none of this implicates my father in anything other than he was captured.
Hey, Jay.
Yes.
You had mentioned that the pretty dolls had some stuff on them. One of them had a bag on it that made a clinky noise.
Yes.
Easy May's gonna look inside that bag now.
You open up the bag. And inside the bag is a little portrait. You pop open the portrait, and it's kind of in a locket. And you open it up, and it is the figure of, a pretty woman. She's got like nice little hair, kind of froofed up a bit. She's wearing the colors of the Farmall. She's got, like, next to the portrait is like a little piece of fabric that seems to have been glued in there. And on the inside is this little ring. It's kind of a signet ring with the Raylon stampies, with a little Raylon stamp, but it's kind of been enclosed in here. Another thing that's in here is a couple of gold coins, with the face of the old king on them.
Oh, these are quite pretty. As she, kind of holds them up.
Yeah, you hold them up. They're real nice. They're 3 gold coins. Older gold coins. And inside, the ring. Do you want to pop? Do you want to inspect it? There is a little latch if you look at it, but
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
pop open the little latch, and inside is a little scroll. that says, here, let me find it again, just so I don't mess it up.
Okay.
Yeah. The little scroll says, ooh, we found one that can see it. Summerfields.
What?
We found one that can see it. Summerfields.
Huh. Well, that's rather cryptic.
That's it.
Euphemia is going to kneel down and look where she thinks Rook is. That was you, wasn't it? In the second memory?
I think so. That was my grandmother, but I don't remember the memory.
Perhaps we should wake him up now.
I don't. How groggy am I?
You would be pretty tired. I would say that if you want to, if you don't pass out in the next hour, you're gonna get a level of exhaustion.
If we wake him up now, I won't be able to stand against him. Not sure I should be anymore, but if it comes to it,
You see that Tyron looks to you, Euphemia, and we got our support. Should we be heading back?
I'm trying to think in terms of the teleportation spell. Because we can only leave with the amount of people that we came with.
Do you tell him this? Or are you just thinking in your head?
I'm thinking in my head.
Okay.
Who did we come? So it was us and then 5 of the red swords, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Guess we gotta kill one of the red swords.
So, what was the plan? We came here to gather support. Was the plan to march with our support, or did we have business elsewhere?
I don't plan on marching with anyone, so we should report back to the Stowe.
So we've gathered support here. What are they going to be doing again?
They're going to be heading off into Melange Grige
Okay.
to intercept the curator and stop them from splitting off into the Stowe and to the Tout.
Perhaps one of your Red Blade lieutenants could help supervise that. I don't I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have. So we have butchers and we also have red swords, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna ask one of the red swords to stay behind. To keep an eye out on the Kel army and as well as the Farmals. Also, like their red swords, Drift is here, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell one of them to stay. They don't really mind.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to look to the rest of the party. How did Tenya tell us to get back?
Does anyone remember?
Did she give us a
stuff?
I thought we were gonna like ride back or something. I didn't know we were coming back the same way.
There was no rock to talk to, like a lover.
Yeah, I thought we were on our own.
There was no rock.
That was a me and Cassius moment. You need to stop trying to have it, okay?
She
It was
just
an
knows.
intimate moment
She just
that they
knows.
shared.
Did she give us a rock?
No, that she
Did not
didn't. I
give you a
remember
rock.
thinking about that.
She
and
gave
like,
you a person. She gave you a person that could take you back.
We have a person?
You do.
Did we lose him?
Where the fuck did
No.
they go?
Are they
You
here?
guys,
Are
Hello.
they here with us?
Hello.
do you guys want to go back?
No, I don't. I thought we were trying to find the curator.
Yeah, I thought we were going with the army to intercept the curator.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are going
is
with an
that?
army and you're gonna go fight in a war. Have fun with that. I'm a fucking little squishy wizard with 10 fucking AC. I'm not doing
Well,
shit.
I was gonna go fight in the war because we were gonna capture the curator, but I have to deal with my dad.
Well, the war's down that way. If you wanna, and I'm gonna point to like the south,
It's that way.
that way. Wait, who the fuck did we bring with us?
Yeah, we lost an entire person?
How'd we lose a person?
You didn't lose a. I don't know. You guys were
Wasn't-
told.
It wasn't one of the red swords, was it?
No.
How did
It's
we lose
one
a
of us.
fucking- Was it one of us?
No. It was not.
Jay, who is it?
Theoden, you get that in your head.
Do I know the source?
Nope. You can just respond.
I'm talking. So, are we going back to the store? What do we? The curator's still marching with an army towards.
So what you guys
Tout.
established was that you guys were going to get people from the Kel to march down through the Melange Gris, and then people from the Stowe and the Tout were going to intercept on both ends as well, because that's what you needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So no matter where you go, you're gonna end up in the same situation. So you can either, well, obviously it's gonna be different because now you have 10 COD. So you can go up to the Stowe, you can go to the Tout, you can go to the Melange Gris, you can go anywhere you want. But right now the plan is the soldiers from all three places are going to
Converge.
converge right on the edge. So
So do we know who who this person is?
Theoden, you get this message in your head.
I respond. Yes, I guess to the store.
Okay. These red lights above you kind of bear down, burning into the ground, searing these sigils into the flooring. Anything that crossed their paths kind of burn through and onto the ground. And up above you, you see a figure cloaked, covered in vines, with their feet kicking off of the ramparts, they look down and they go, "Forgotten about me already?" As you are teleported out of there
Ah,
to the stove.
Who fuck was it?
Don't worry about it. Y'all
Was it
forgot
Sid?
about them.
Who is it?
who
Y'all
is
forgot
it?
about them.
Who is
Who
it?
is it?
And with that, we're gonna end the session. We're gonna come back
cool.
when we're at the stove.
We're back. We're back at the stove.
Bro, I dead ass don't know who we forgot.
Oh, we have to
You
go
didn't
back.
forget anyone.
Idea.
I gotta go back and rewatch that episode.
It was the person that talked to Willow, my guys. They were told to come with you. They were there with you. They activated the thing. You guys
Oh,
were
is
like,
it the person
yeah.
that fucking
The one that tried to touch my face?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
It's not
I'm
you
fine.
guys freaking out about nothing. I was so
Who
confused.
is it?
There's a lot going on, okay? There's a lot going on.
I was very confused. I was like, what do you mean?
I'm trying to
What do you
keep them all
mean?
in my mind.
It's fair. Well, that's where we're gonna end the session. You guys can come back next week at this. Oh,
Not next week.
next week.
Not next week.
Not next week. We're gonna be off next week
Oh,
because of things and stuff.
all right.
I'm gonna be going to Seattle, so I'm not gonna be around to. I'm not gonna be around to DM, sadly.
Guess who's in
but
Seattle? It's me.
It's Kirsten. She's in Seattle, and I'm going there, and I'm gonna steal all her stuff.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
Never mind.
unanxiety her dog.
Good luck with that.
But I hope you guys had a good time. I know it was a shorter session, but I hope it was fun all the same.
Yes.
Many thoughts.
Yeah.
Many-
So is
many
there
things to think about.
many things to think about? Tomorrow, I believe there's a game. Tomorrow, come by around 6 p.m. Pacific to watch what's it called, Sanguine Isles, and come by, stop by, and watch that. Next week, I believe they're also going to be on. So every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, come watch it. But I guess it's going to be about a week or so until we play again. So if you've missed out on some stuff, go back and watch it. Anyone want to plug anything?
You know where to find me, twitch.tv/Myriad_X. I stream and do stuff. Okay.
Everyone. All right. Well, we're going to head out. You guys have a good night. Get some food, get some water, and rest up. See you
All
next
right.
time. Bye. Go away now, please. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, no.
Who
yeah.
is it?